Hello, Libra. I'm Poetic Heretic, and this is your February 2020 tarot forecast. I'll be giving a Celtic cross reading for all Libra people, Sun, Rising, and Moon for the month of February 2020. We're going to see what insight we can gain into your life. I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit. Okay. For February 2020. All right. So we would like a Celtic cross reading for Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon for the month of February 2020. Let us see what we get. What will be the energy for Libra in the month of February 2020? I thought that was it, but not quite. And the cards are ready. All right. The High Priestess reversed. The Ten of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Seven of Wands reversed. Strength. Oh, geez. The Fool reversed. The Fool's just trying to fly out of my hand. He doesn't like being reversed. He wants his freedom. Judgment. Wow. Virgo got the exact same card, in the exact same position, and the exact same orientation of being upright. Very interesting. The Six of Cups reversed. The Three of Swords. And a final outcome card of the Five of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you other tarot readers out there, people familiar with tarot, I almost had you with that last one, didn't I? You thought it was going to be bad, but it turned out to be better. All right. Enough of this craziness. It's 1 a.m. here. For your current outside influences, the High Priestess reverse. This is how you're beginning the month of February 2020. So a couple different things here. The High Priestess reversed is often an indicator that you need to trust and listen to your intuition more. It's an indicator of secrets, things being kept hidden from you. And really, when it's upright or reversed, it can be an indicator of secrets. And so do be aware of that. The High Priestess is all about secret occult knowledge. And the reversal here can suggest that knowledge perhaps being misused either by yourself or someone else. If you, for some reason, are misusing occult knowledge, don't do that. If someone in your life is misusing it, maybe try to stop them in some kind of peaceful, kind, gentle way, hopefully. Let's see what else here. Let me look at your other cards to see how this is likely to manifest exactly. Okay, I see what a significant portion of you have going on. For a fairly significant segment of Libran people out there, I believe this is going to manifest as um, a time of sort of getting out of your shell, like less withdrawal, less loneliness, getting out into the world a bit more and interacting with people a bit more. The reversal of this does sometimes indicate that, and we see some other sort of inklings or hints of that in this reading. But yes, anytime you see the High Priestess, whether upright or reversed, I mean, this is probably what every tarot book or source or website, whatever, that you'll ever read will tell you about the card, but I think that's because it's true. Trust your intuition, pay attention to the spiritual realm, pay attention to sort of what your emotions, but also what your intellect is telling you, but your intuition more than anything else, it really is very true. So we have that. For your challenge card this month, you got the 10 of Wands, the heavy burden, feeling weighed down, feeling oppressed. But on the other hand, on the flip side of that, can also be great achievement. Great achievement that requires a lot of hard work and sustained effort, but nevertheless, great achievement. And so let us see here, especially with strength falling in what you hope to achieve this month. It looks like a lot of you are trying to do something this month, trying to achieve something this month that is very difficult and that will indeed require a lot of strength, whether that is literal physical strength or metaphorical strength or like strength of character or whatever. But that is a challenge for a lot of you this month. However, I think, let's see. I think what we're also seeing here, though, is just this idea of feeling like oppressed or weighed down. And there are numerous indicators of needing to like drop that burden somehow. So if that's how it's manifesting for you, then indeed the challenge is to let go of what has been holding you down. Maybe you're working too hard. Maybe you're trying to achieve too much too soon. For the underlying energy, you got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is forming a foundation for your current situation this month. So the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is an interruption in your steady path towards success. And with it being the underlying energy, it's like an interruption in that which is supporting you, in that which brings you stability. And so do be aware that you may be standing on some potentially unshaky ground at times this month. And it's weird because, now I'm more than halfway through the zodiac with this reading for this month, and there have been a number of signs that have gotten similar cards for this position. So it seems like a lot of people are experiencing a sense of upheaval this month. It could be the recent Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn that we had perfecting last month, January. If you think that's over yet, think again. It may have finally perfected, but we are still living in the aftermath of that. and we have to adapt to that sort of ongoing instability and upheaval as best we can. So do be aware of that. Other than that possibility, this card being a court card could indicate a conflict with an adult male earth sign in particular. That would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So perhaps there's someone who normally supports you that you may find not quite as supportive this month for whatever reason, or there's some kind of interruption in the support that they give you. All right, for the past and issues that you may have had to deal with, then lead into the present. You got the Seven of Wands reversed. So if we interpret this negatively, it's like the failure to hold a fixed position, the surrendering when maybe you should not have surrendered. It is not standing your ground, but instead giving in, giving up when maybe you shouldn't have. But this is a general reading. That's not going to be true for everyone. For other people out there, this can be a positive thing where like, oh, it was the appropriate time to let go of something, or it just wasn't necessary to have to sort of stand your ground or hold a fixed position anymore, and there was more peace. And maybe that's even what we're seeing for some of you with the High Priestess reverse. It's like maybe things were a bit crazy there for a while, but now there's a little more peace being restored between yourself and others. And the High Priestess reverse is saying that you are willing to like interact with the world a bit more. But I mean, I could see it going either way, honestly. If you've given in too soon, then the High Priestess reverse may be indicating that now you're having to face, especially with that Ten of Wands there, the oppression of that, the consequences of that. I'd also say be aware that the High Priestess reverse can sometimes be a sign of psychic attack, but I don't really see other indicators of that. All right, so for what you hope to achieve, you did indeed get strength. Most fundamental idea of this card is using your mind to tame the beast within you, the beast within you being your sort of intense, dark, more volatile emotions like anger and hatred and things of that nature. A sort of kind, gentle faith or belief in yourself that is coming from a mental place that then tames those emotions. This is what you're reaching for this month, what you hope to achieve, what your highest hope is, your highest goal this month, what you're focused upon. Now, getting into a more specific sense, or at least a sense that is more in context with this reading, as I mentioned earlier, this could be literally hoping to have the physical strength to achieve something, or even like the metaphorical like strength of character to achieve something great. But more and more there's this theme emerging in this reading here of a desire for peace. Like perhaps you've been feeling some dark emotions, some intense negative emotions like anger, or even some hatred, jealousy, things of this nature. And it's not that you're wanting to erase those, because that's not healthy. And anyone who tells you to do that, well, I would strongly disagree with and strongly not advise that. But instead of erasing or trying to suppress those emotions, you're trying to just make peace with them, trying to tame them, tame the beast within yourself. And that is a very healthy thing to do. And so that's what we have there for what you hope to achieve this month. For the near future, you got the Fool reverse. This represents about the first week or two of the month. The Fool reversed is feeling held down, feeling the weight of responsibilities or things that are basically preventing you from being free, preventing you from having your freedom. We already saw some of this earlier with like the 10 of Wands in particular, that oppression, that heavy burden. And the message that the full reverse brings to the situation in particular, though, is that you really want to get that freedom back. You really want to get that spontaneity and that willingness to be more, to think more outside of the box, to be more outside of the box, to dare yourself to go on the new adventure, the new journey, push through anxieties or fears of change or whatever that may be holding you back, and do the thing you really want to do, even if you're terrified of doing it. So that's what we have in the first week or two. For your attitude or position in the situation, about halfway through the month. And by the way, thank you for the likes. I see those likes there. You got the Judgment card. As I mentioned earlier, interestingly enough, Virgo, the sign just before you, got this exact same card, exact same position, exact same upright state. So that's very interesting. Judgment is all about big things happening, destiny calling, the raising of buried content, a once in a lifetime opportunity. However, this is how you're feeling about the situation, not necessarily like what's actually happening. So you feel, regardless, that this month is a big deal. You feel like monumental things are happening this month, whether they are literally happening or not. You feel like this is some important stuff. Let's see. Let me sort of look at this in the context with the other cards here as well, real quick. There's a sense, especially with the full reverse just before this card, of a now or never vibe. Like this is it. Are you going to overcome your fears or anxieties, your fear of change, and push through into the new and go on that new adventure, go on that new journey? Or are you going to let fear hold you back from really living your life and doing what you want to do? Well, chances are the vast majority of you, the good news is, are going to sort of seize the reins or whatever. You are going to break through and sort of pursue whatever it is that you're wanting to pursue. You're not going to let fear hold you back. You are going to, rise from the ashes of annihilation and do what you really want to do. So that's good. Other than that, judgment does very often indicate, in a quite literal sense, exercising good judgment, clear judgment, seeing things clearly, seeing things for what they are. All right, so for the outside force coming in, you got the Six of Cups reversed. This is something coming at you, necessarily anything that is so personally connected to you. But when I see a card like this for the outside force coming in, it's very much indicative of like something, or especially someone from your past, trying to come back into your life this month, trying to return. Maybe someone, especially that you were involved in some kind of like romantic relationship with, or at least some kind of like, I don't know, flirtatious relationship with at some time. This person may try to come back into your life. Or if it's someone new with the reversal, it could just manifest as someone who's maybe barking up the wrong tree. Maybe they have an interest in you, but you don't have an interest in them. Or maybe you have an interest in them, and though they are coming into your life, they don't feel that way back towards you. So, be wary of that. But that is what we have here. Six of Cups reversed. the nostalgia card. For your hopes or fears, you have the Three of Swords. As the imagery suggests, this card very often indicates trouble, shock, worry, agitation, frustration, broken heart, pain, sorrow, loss. However, it's only falling in your hopes or fears, so I wouldn't be too afraid of it, especially when we have a largely positive outcome card. You may be concerned about these things, concerned about hurt feelings and that sort of thing this month. However, there may also be, especially with, let's see, you hope to achieve strength and you're feeling like the Judgment card, almost like a hope that you have the ability to really lay it on the line as needed, to tell it like it is, to say things that need to be said, to not allow injustices to go undealt with, I suppose. So that is something that's kind of floating around in the back of your mind this month, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's connected to things like the Strength card, hoping that you have the strength to deal with those sorts of darker emotions, that sort of thing. For the final outcome card, how you are concluding the month of February 2020. Yes, indeed, it is, of course, the Five of Pentacles reversed. So recovery from loss, especially financial loss or financial ruin or ruin of an earthy nature. If you've been feeling like insecurity, again, not necessarily related to money, but like with maybe where you live or your material possessions or something like that. Now there's this sense of recovery from that or hope from that, or maybe if you were feeling on a more like emotional level very depressed or whatever, now there's like this recovery from that, something's turning around and it's not quite all happy and joyful again yet, and maybe there's still a long ways to go towards that, but it's turning around. Things are moving more in a positive direction for the vast majority of you. So that is a very good thing indeed. All right, Libra, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, because I am always streaming more content like this, astrology and tarot related content. So if you like that, you can subscribe and check it out when it goes up on my channel or when I'm streaming it live. Other than that, I hope you have a delightful month of February 2020. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you like my new candle. There, now I'm kind of pointing to it. And have a great night wherever you are in the world.